Attitude is everything when it comes to high ticket sales. Attitude is everything when it comes to selling high ticket coaching offers, premium coaching offers, and asking for the big sale. Attitude is everything when it comes to asking for the money and asking for the sale. And I'm not talking about vibe, because you don't have to be high vibe to do high ticket sales. You don't need to be high vibe to close the sale. You do not need to be high vibe to ask for the money, and you do not need to be high vibe to ask for the sale. One of the things that I've learned in 20 years of being a trial lawyer is that attitude is one of the things that makes you most confident, have the most conviction, and be the most successful person, even if you're the dumbest person in the room. Okay? So when it comes to high ticket sales, when it comes to asking for the sale, when you're selling premium coaching offers like $100,000, $250,000, or maybe even $50,000 or $25,000, your attitude, who you're being, how you show up, and what thoughts you're thinking determine how the sale goes, determines how you create the environment that allows your client to trust herself and be confident enough to make the best decision for herself, which does not have to be a yes. You see, when you have a vibe and you think, I have to be high vibe to sell, or there has to be a full moon, or CNN has to say the economy is great, or if this person wins the White House, those are all vibes. And that cannot sell for you. That cannot support you to make the best decision, because vibes mean you're in yourself. It's all about you, and you are being selfish because it's based on how you feel. Attitude is based on what your buyer wants. Attitude is tied to correlation of the best buying relationship, the best buying experience for your client, because you know who God says you are. So you don't need to feel a certain kind of way. Nothing from the outside has to influence you, because this is the day the Lord has made, and you shall rejoice and be glad in it. And when you rejoice and be glad in it, simply because you believe who God says you are, you're confident, you're whole, you're complete, you're valuable, you're all of those things, and you know the offer that you have is valuable. Your attitude drives the conviction in those results. When you pick up the phone for that cold call, it doesn't matter what the person says. Your attitude creates the space for that person to be confident in themselves to say yes or no to you. When you go door to door and you knock on the door, you have the attitude of, hi, how are you? This is what I'm doing. This is what this is for you. When the person says yes or no, it doesn't affect you, because it wasn't for them. You don't have to go learn how to overcome objections to attract someone who is not your client. Your attitude is what properly disqualifies clients. When you send your messaging out, it goes with your attitude, not your vibe. How you feel is completely irrelevant to the day that God has made. How you feel is completely irrelevant to giving thanks in all things, no matter what. Not spiritual bypassing, but being the grown woman who understands her assignment and fully steps into it, knowing that the gift I have is for them, and how I feel is irrelevant today, because she is going to get her gift. This is going to be the answer to her prayer. You're not asking for the sale, you're offering the answer to her prayer. Attitude is what drives hunger. Hunger drives tenacity. Tenacity drives wild success in your coaching business. So when I say attitude is everything, people say to me, well, what if it's a full moon? What if I'm like low vibe, or like I have low energy? If you're feeling sick, do what you need to do to get well. If you're feeling out of alignment, take care of yourself. That's implicit in the wisdom God has given you as a grown woman to take care of yourself. No coach has to tell you that. So once you're fully sourced by what God has for you in the morning, and you've spent time with God in the morning, and you get up and go do the work that you're called to do, show up with an attitude that says, I am part of your winning team. Whether you're going door to door, being on a cold sales call, whether you're sending out messaging in an email, let it reflect your attitude, which is, with me and my offer by your side, you shall surely win. You shall surely win in your parenting, in your relationship, In your business, you want to create those $1 million months in your business? With this transformational offer and the insight that comes from co-creating together, you shall surely win. It shows and reflects in the attitude that you show up with to do the work that God has called you to do in the world. It's never about you. It's only about the people that the gift God has given you is tied to. And your very specific gift is tied to the very specific real problem, real challenge, real opportunity, or real desire of the person that God has put here for you to serve. That's why we need to properly disqualify to work with the people we're called to work with, and not try to sell to everyone by mastering objections so we can knock them over the head when they say no, because they say no because they're a perfect fit for no. Sell to your perfect right client. Speak the messaging that she needs to hear, that is unfiltered, that God is channeling through you. When you go by vibe, you try to manipulate the message and make it wishy-washy so you don't leave anybody else out. When you go with attitude, the right attitude, you speak to the person that you need to speak to and properly disqualify everyone else. When you have a vibe, you don't do an application. You don't have create a sales application page. You don't put your pricing on your website. When you have the right attitude, you put your pricing on the website to properly disqualify everyone that's not a great fit, no matter how sweet and nice they are. So attitude trumps vibe, and attitude is everything in life and in sales. So let me know how this lands for you as you start to ask for the big money, ask for the sale, and sell those premium, real high ticket coaching offers that have transformational future lifetime value for your clients.